There we go, Mike.
Woo! We're on. We're on.
And the audio sounds beautiful.
Yay!
Thank
Round
you,
of
thank you.
applause.
Okay, but I still don't see an image.
I do.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yep. I'm on YouTube.
All right, gangster. All right. So Nate, if you would love, let's continue where we left off. Let's get back to it. We thank you guys for actually being patient with us. Honestly, we do apologize. It's, again, we're trying to really perfect everything down. So to pick up where we left off, love, we were talking about the concert, your experience there. What, what was the feeling like? Did you feel like connected to it? Was it like exhilarating? Was it like once in a lifetime feeling? Like, tell me.
It felt really good. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It felt nice to be in a concert that wasn't Bad Bunny's concert. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, that's my favorite artist and I love him. He's great. But I'm like, wow, this is great. This is a different experience. And that's cuz like I don't really go to concerts that much.
Mhm.
I don't know, like I never really kind of got into the whole concert thing until Bad Bunny's concert and now
You never
Raul
went to
Alejandro's
concerts
concerts.
before?
No, not really. Not really. I mean, obviously my mom would have let me before I turned 18 and after I turned 18. I didn't really have like a favorite artist that got me to want to go to their concerts
Shit.
until Bad Bunny.
I'll be real with you. When it came to concerts, I was always like not, and this is not to sound like show off, is I was always backstage. So
Oh my
and let me
god.
tell you, it is
You think you're
a
such a bad bitch, don't you?
no. Oh wow.
I'm just
No,
kidding.
but you know what? It kind of was a downside because you sometimes want to interact with the crowd. You know what I'm saying? But backstage, it is literally crazy back there because they're organized and shit's moving. You got to move out of people's way, sound checks and all that whatnot. So how many concerts have you actually gone to?
This would be my second one. I mean, technically I've been to 2 Bad Bunny concerts, so technically this would be my third concert. But don't get me Lewis is giving me that face.
Hmm.
But anyways,
Okay.
Jason is having his own mukbang, you guys. In case you didn't know.
You know what? Nate wants us to do. Nate wants us to do a mukbang. Let us know in the comments how you feel about that.
Yes, you guys. Okay, please.
She just wants to watch me eat. That's all it comes down to.
No, I want to eat. I love eating. Guys, let us know.
What do you like eating?
Anything. I'm not really a picky eater. So let us know. You know, if you guys are down for a mukbang, we can come up with juicy stories or like a little game time.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Tina. Thank you all for Steven staying in. Thank you, Mr. Baptiste, yo. It's all love, yo. So as you know, Nate's running the show tonight. Get it, baby. Let me know what's going on, yo. Hit us up. What's the first topic of agenda for us today?
Okay. The first topic, we're going to do an MISO story. Also, by the way, please, for the love of God, tell us what kind of food you guys want us to eat for the mukbang. Thank you very much.
Word.
Love you. Okay, so we're going to do an MISO story. And I love these story times because I love tea and I love gossip. I'm not even going to lie to you. And whenever I read these, I'm just like, oh.
Say that again. You love gossip? Chimosa.
Yo soy un chismoso, okay? Don't judge me.
No, I'm not judging.
Don't judge me.
I know what I know.
Anyways. Okay, so
Tina says seafood boil.
Ooh. I love me some good seafood.
You might run that. All right, so let's get to the story, love.
So, am I the asshole for not sharing anything with my partner? Every time I, 21 female, ask my boyfriend, 20 male, to not use something or to stop doing something with my stuff, like taking my earbuds out with him, telling me, or putting my water bottle in the freezer, it could crack because of the water expansion if he didn't fill it up to the top like he said. He got pissed anyways and said, "You don't trust me with your stuff. You always think I'm going to break something, therefore you don't trust me. You're spoiled." And he ignores me for the rest of the day. I usually don't make a big deal of this stuff, the stuff that he uses, because we're dating and we'll eventually share things like my laptop or his clothes. I'm fine with this, but I do have exceptions. Yesterday, he lost my credit card and forgot my umbrella at the restaurant. I didn't pick a fight. Accidents happen. The only thing I said is that he should be more careful with which pockets he puts important things. He recently deleted all of my games from my computer to make room for his games without telling me and accidentally deleting my Minecraft world.
Wow.
Uh-huh. After that,
This is male female, right?
This is male female. Yeah, this is a male female
And
relationship.
who's older?
Technically, the female's older by a year.
Okay.
After that, I only asked for him to tell me when he thinks of doing something different with my belongings. Things can break or get lost, etc. Sometimes we can prevent it just by talking about it. But since he barely talks about it because he thinks we're a couple, so we don't need to tell or ask for permission when we use each other's stuff. He has said this before. I explicitly told him that he should always ask or tell me when he wants to use my things, and some things like my water bottle that he can't use. He has his metal water bottle. He can't put that on the freezer. Now he won't talk to me. Am I the asshole for not trusting him with my things?
No. We
and that's
agree.
on period.
Okay. You say no, I say no.
Why do you say no?
The reason I say no, listen, bro, in a relationship, there's something called boundaries, right? And from what she's showing us, because, you know, there's always three sides to a story. There's her side, his side.
And the truth.
And the truth. So if you're telling me this is a man who uses your equipment, is selfish enough to delete your content to make room for him without acknowledging the fact that, you know, Minecraft, I don't play the game, but people put a lot of work into that. And that to me sounds like very like a narcissist type behavior. Because I guarantee you, if it was the other way around, shit would be livid. And this is your partner. You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be the man that you're in a relationship with. So imagine if he's doing things like that. Imagine living with him and going half and half on a house with him and like that, or having a bank account with someone like that. Or I took the money out because I needed it. You know,
no.
Shame on him, bro. Like
shame on him.
He needs to grow up. That's not no way to basically be in a relationship. Vice versa. Why do you say no?
So I think it's fucking crazy and insane that he has the audacity to start up a fight or a discussion about it's not a big deal that he uses her water bottle or deletes all of her games because he needs to make space for his games. And like he does these things, but without like just talking to her about it. Yeah. It has nothing to do with permission. Nothing to do with permission and everything to do with just telling your partner, explaining to them, consulting with them. Like that is so crazy that he just completely disregards her. And when she just tries to explain things, he blows it out of proportion.
So let me play devil's advocate, right?
Okay.
I'm going to be the man going through your shit. You're going to be the one that I'm trying, right?
Okay.
How would you approach it? I'm going to be like, yo, I deleted your shit because I needed to make room for it. Yo, what's the problem, love? I don't see what the big deal's about. Why is there even a thing? You're acting childish.
The big deal is that I put all of my hard work into this game and all of the software that's on my computer. What about me? Okay, that's fine. I know you put in hard work too. You should have told me. It's not about making space. I would have made space for you. I would have taken the initiative to delete some of my stuff so you can have space.
Yeah, but you didn't talk to me about it. Why is it a big deal if you're even willing to do that? Yo, just stop crying about it, yo.
Because it's the fact that you didn't talk to me about it. That's the only thing that I care about that made me upset.
Acting childish.
It's childish of you to not see what you did wrong. To just have a closed mind.
I'm having a closed mind. You know, I thought about it. You don't even play the game as much, yo. It's not that big of a deal.
Yes, you're
overreacting.
Yes, I do. I do play it often. And you're
just being a girl right now, yo.
You're just showing
you're probably on your period or something, yo. Like you're tripping, yo.
You're just showing a very narcissistic behavior for
speaking the truth,
for wanting to open up space and do the things that you want to do. Like that's very selfish. Like what's the point of being in a relationship if you can't discuss and communicate?
I communicated with you.
No, you didn't.
You just didn't like what you hear.
No, you did not. You completely deleted everything without telling me. This is my computer that I bought with my money before we were in a
there you go
relationship.
again, before the relationship. So why are you with me if you're gonna basically be acting like that? I thought we were supposed to share. You're overreacting, you need to grow up.
You're right. We're over.
Okay. I like how you defend yourself. Just had to give you a quick scenario.
We're over. That's it.
But can you imagine
flags.
like the type, like you gotta have some balls to do some
But
careless
to
shit.
be in a
It's so
discussion
inconsiderate.
with a person like that,
hmm
that completely like everything you were saying.
That's how
To be in an argument with a person like that, there's no winning. There's no, and at this point, it's not even about winning. It's just about getting your point across.
Do you think it's even worth saving the relationship at that point?
It is not worth it. I mean, this is from an unbiased point of view, without putting feelings into consideration, because at the end of the day, you could love this person and you can be like, okay, you could just, instead of saying, oh, it's over, just walk away from the fight.
Seems like that love is a one-way street, yo.
But
I don't think she's an assault. I think she honestly,
she's not an asshole.
She needs to leave him.
She does, and it's like, okay, so I saw this TikTok that perfectly explained a situation where a guy could be telling his friends and venting to his friends about, oh, she broke up with me. I don't even know why. She just left it. She just left out of the blue.
Bullshit.
And this girl gave a perfect visual representation of why that happens. So she basically, you have the couple, and you have the girl telling the guy, for example, something so small. Hey babe, I want you to send me a good morning text. I love good morning text, and I want you to send me some. And he's like, okay babe, I got you. He sends him for a while, but then like he forgets to do it a few days in a row. And so she brings it up. Hey, the good morning text. And he's like, oh, that's right, I forgot. And again, he just keeps forgetting. And there's no malice behind this. There's no, him being a douche. It's just him genuinely forgetting. And to her, it's like she has said this multiple times. This has never been a problem. And now it's a little bothersome, not a big problem. But now she's starting to notice that when she speaks her wants and needs in the relationship, he kind of just disregards it. At least that's how it feels to the person. And so now she has taken that into account. She has written that in her brain journal. Okay, I told him I want good morning text and he's not been giving it to me, even though I've told him really nicely a lot of times. So now he's not doing it.
So do you think so? See, that's a because
but that's like an example. That's an example, and it goes deeper. It goes deeper into. Then that becomes very bothersome. So now she, in the back of her head, she's bothered by some of the things he does. So now she'll start picking smaller fights in other areas. Maybe the way he leaves his socks on the floor, he didn't put it in the hamper, or maybe he's listening to the music so loud, knowing that she doesn't like it. It's a little breadcrumb trail, or knowing that, oh, hey babe, I told you a million times, to not call me by that name, or I told you to pick me up this day and you didn't. It's the little things start becoming bigger problems.
And this is your homegirl?
No, this is a TikTok video.
Oh, the TikTok. This
is the girl explaining.
Is this a young girl or older girl?
She's probably around my age.
Okay, so she's a baby compared to me.
Okay, yes. She's not an older woman. And at the end, all these bigger problems, she start noticing, like she starts disliking him. So now it comes to the point where she is at a point in a relationship where everything is bothering her. They're picking fights. He is not making any effort. And now she has made the decision of ending the relationship. And he's like, no, babe, I promise. I swear to you, I'll start doing it. And you know what? He'll probably do it for 2 days in a row. But it doesn't matter at that point, because now she doesn't like him. She may still care for him.
But now she's irritated.
It's the point where it's like, you know what? I just don't like you enough to put up with you anymore, or to give this a chance. So now that's why she has decided to end the relationship.
I do. So when
it kind of makes sense, but I feel I can't speak for older relationships. I do see this happening a lot in younger relationships, where the guy or the girl could be doing a whole bunch of shit in the relationship that their partner didn't want them doing, or just bothering them. And those little moments, even if you don't speak out on it, you're literally pushing that under the rug.
Well, yeah, because what you're doing is you're creating fiction, and I get it. Like some people, you have to naturally be okay with stuff like that, and that's why it's important to know the person that you're with, because sometimes people's expectations are not reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that she's asking for a lot, but some people are just not programmed that way to wake up and to basically be like, hey, good morning. How you like that has to be something that's sincere and
That
genuine
you
from the
want to
person.
do.
I feel if you have to ask that person to do that, then you're only setting yourself up to failure. A person has to want to do
It's
that.
so easy to send good morning text. That's the first thing you do when you wake
No, I
up.
understand that,
But
mama,
and
but
to not want to do it or to not do it because you just don't do it. It's just out of habit.
mhm.
Subconsciously, I feel like that speaks a lot of truth. That says a
So
lot.
you being, being in a relationship, is that something that you require or that doesn't matter to you?
I don't require it. Uh it happens like it's a
Mhm.
thing and it comes with caring about your partner a lot to the point where it's like I just woke up and the first thing that I'm
He's
thinking
thinking
about
about
is my partner. So I want to text him good
mm,
morning, tell him, "Hey, I hope you have a great day. I love you." It comes naturally. I want to do it.
okay.
And when I don't do it, it's because I probably overslept. I'm
Mhm.
like, oh my goodness, I haven't even checked my other notifications. I'm like, crap, I have to get ready. And next thing you know, it's like 3 hours into my shift. And I'm like, fuck, I forgot to text him good morning.
That's why I
I'm
really
such a wreck.
that's why I really like hate the honeymoon phase, because that's usually the shit that happens, like, oh, good
Right.
morning, love. How you doing? Thinking about you. Just want to let you know that I miss you and hope you have a great day. You're beautiful. Remember you're in a league of your own, the moral support
Right.
and whatnot. And the problem is that's normal in the honeymoon stage because it's new, it's fresh. And that's why, like me, I'm not saying I'm anti honeymoon phase, but
Right.
it's like, yo, show me your ugly, man. I need to fall in love with your ugly before I can fall in love with your beauty. And the
Right.
reason why I say that, because people put on a front naturally. Because you're on your best behavior, you're getting to know the person. It's like if you notice, like when you start talking, whether it's a male or female, and you start talking to that person, things start going good, and then you start seeing those little
Fine.
things start.
Let's spice up the honeymoon phase. Instead of saying good morning, my love, I'll be like, buenos dias, pendejo.
That's very Mexican of you. Very fucking Mexican of
Yeah.
you. Hey man, but it's
Oh,
definitely
you
gonna
thought
get
I
the
was gonna
attention.
say honey? You thought.
You thought wrong, you
Spice it up.
blasted idiot.
No, but I feel like through time. Okay, so how long do you think the honeymoon phase lasts, in your
Well,
opinion? I've
to
googled
me,
it, so I know the Google answer. But
like honeymoon phases, to me, I would say probably last about 3 months. But if you want me to be real with you, honeymoon phases start basically lasting until a nigga hits. Cause it's like, yo, once I tap that, yo, it's like, yo, I got what I
so
wanted out of it.
okay,
I'm just saying from experience where I see dealing
uh
with, I'm
huh,
not like that, but like a lot of dudes I know, like they'll play the romantic dude, and then once they smash, it's like, oh yeah, I already got the bag, so I could chill out now. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's
interesting,
all men, but that seems to
right?
be like, the type situation, like, oh, he was so different in the beginning. As soon as I let him hit, it's like he showed his true colors. But that goes back to that's why it's important to, get to know the person and understand the person's communication. And most importantly, know their love language.
So everything Tina said depends on the couple.
It
It
does.
really, really does depend on the couple. So Google said it could last from like 3 to 6 months up to 2 years. The
What?
honeymoon phase, which I do find. I'm so sorry. I do find believable
Hmm.
because if you think about it, and it really does depend on the couple. So I saw, okay, you know the movie Cheetah Girls,
The Disney?
the Disney movie, yeah.
Never seen it,
You've
heard of
never
it.
seen it? You know what? Whatever. One of the actresses from that movie,
Oh my
she
god. How
she
you get offended because I never seen it? Yo, like I'm not into no Disney shit, yo. Cartoon
whatever.
Network, baby.
Oh,
Cartoon Network. Didi,
anyways,
stay out my laboratory.
anyways. The one of the actresses from the movie,
Hmm.
she is like a talk show host, and they posted a TikTok of a specific scene of the taco where she's explaining one of her past relationships that it
Hmm.
lasted roughly around 2 years, and that's how long her honeymoon phase lasted because like her man's that was trying to get at her was completely like
Infatuated.
And not even, I mean, it was like in love with her, trying so hard to like, make her happy, be with her,
Mhm.
like the perfect boyfriend. And after
Mhm.
2 years, he kind of just like switched up and
But
went distant. And obviously, and this is obviously,
Mhm.
without any details, but it like made me think, oh, a honeymoon stage could last up to like maybe 2 years, because then you have stages of the relationship where you have like the actual honeymoon phase, and then you start leading up to 6 months to a year. Things start getting serious. You meet the parents, depending how old you are, maybe you move in together. And I feel like maybe about 2 years is like a good time limit for the
that's
average
a
couple to like
maybe
feel things out.
I'm old school. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, like again, I choose to focus like love your ugly first. And when I say love your ugly, like look at their true colors. Don't fuck the image shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a front. At the end of the day, to me, the honeymoon phase is more of a front. You're on your best behavior because you're trying to set the best impression, but it's not really who you are.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because it's not really who you are, that's always going to lead to disappointment. Because, and this is game to the brothers out there. I can't speak for women. I'm not a woman. But for
You're
the
not?
brother, woman, you want to play this game? So like when you're doing that, man, you're leading up to disappointment because the expectation is there. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the system that you created, and that's the thing that happens in relationships. Like you create that environment with with your girlfriend or with your boyfriend where they become accustomed to it. It's like if you notice, like when you're with with somebody and they say, "Hey, how you doing, baby? I miss you." Da da da, and it could be like that. I'm like, "Yo, Nate, I need you to do this."
No.
You're gonna be like, "Why are you calling me by my name? Why aren't you calling me babe?" Automatically, naturally, when our partners basically calls by our government name, we always associate that there's a problem with that. It is not sincere. Would you agree to that?
Yeah, pretty much. I can agree to that. I don't like being called by my government name. Natalie who? I'm not Natalie, I'm Babe. I am
Mm,
amor, bebida, bebesota,
corazón,
mi linda, mi corazón, mi amor,
bonita.
belleza,
How you say flower?
flor,
My flor. Yeah, that's corny
mi
as shit.
flor, mi
So
flor.
you like that whole sweet talking and whatnot. To me, like I'll
You call me by my government name, we're throwing hands.
damn
And not
like
even in the
that.
sexy way.
I don't know. Some people like that friction. All I'm saying is, it's like, yo, the way the way I look at it is like, yo, man, just be real about shit. If that's who you are, cool. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not that person, I think it's important to let your partner know that.
Even my friends. Like if my friends call me by my government name, I'm like, why the fuck are you calling me Natalie?
So
I am Nate. I am Nat. I am Noodle. Why are you calling me by my government name?
Natalie Vasquez. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the thing, man. Like Tina said, it honestly depends on the couple. Like again, we only know what they tell us. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the question is it being reciprocated? Because if I'm gonna text you every morning, like, hey, how you doing, love? You gotta basically do it back. You know what I'm saying? You just can't receive that. Like my whole upbringing is a little bit different because I'm not so much affectionate with my words. I'm more affectionate with my
your actions.
actions.
Ooh, let me ask you this
Yeah.
because okay, I don't know, how it was in the olden times when you were a ye lad.
The olden times when I was a ye lad. Damn, girl, how old do you think I am?
When
Yo?
I was in high school and I would talk to my crush or my boyfriend or whatever, we would be on the phone. This would be like in the nighttime. I'd have my feet kicked up in the air. I'd be like, oh my God. I'd be like walking around the whole house,
Sitting in awkward
doing
positions,
sit in
yo.
awkward positions. Even when I was in elementary school, like when I was like, playing games with my friends and the landline phone, I'd just be like twirling it, like, oh my God, was that you? Were you that type of guy? Yo, what's up, baby?
Nah, you know what? I gotta be 100. Am I the person? Like I grew. You change as you get older, right? But I could at least say when I was in high school, I was the type of boyfriend that like Instead of calling you saying good morning, babe, or whatnot, I would call you and then I would, you know how you could press the number to make it go to voicemail?
Uh-huh.
And then I would basically record a song. So like with my ex, like I would call you, put it to voicemail. So when you wake up in the morning, all you hear is my whole life has changed.
That
since you
is
came in."
genius.
And that's how I would basically show them that I'm thinking of them. Like I would basically leave R&B songs on their messages and
That's
shit
so
like that.
disgustingly cute.
Disgustingly cute. But that again, that was my thing. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Because again, it's in your actions. Like I always knew that you had to make your girl feel wanted. And that's how I complimented and basically adjusted to the relationship because words is cheap, man. That's why people talk so easily. It's all about the actions, yo. And then if I didn't do that, another thing I would do is, I would write my poems, you know what I'm saying? And I got to a point where I remember I used to write poems for my boys' girls, yo. Like them niggas be like, yo, Jay,
She didn't fall in love with them. She fell in love with you.
that ain't my
Those
problem.
poems.
That ain't my problem.
Damn, you were that guy,
just,
Jason?
I was just being a good homie, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's my job to put my boys up on deck. It's my job to help my boys, further on. And I enjoy writing poetry.
Yo, guys, say I in the comments if you want Jason to write you a poem.
Don't do that.
Do it. Do it right now. He'll do it. I will make him do it. I promise. Scout's honor.
You gonna make me do something? You's a bully.
You know, I'm gonna be a little off topic for just a moment, but like has it ever happened to you guys where you're wearing sunglasses?
Mr. Horny God says I. Mr. Horny God, let me speak something for Mr. Horny God, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Mr. Horny God, right? Give me a topic to write spit something over real quick while Nate tells her story. Think of a topic.
Think of a topic while I say this. Okay, so when I'm wearing my sunglasses, do you guys ever see the reflection of your eyeball? Does that ever freak you out? Because I'm looking at it right now and it's like, oh, does it ever happen to you?
Yeah, depending on the glasses.
Especially when I'm driving, I get so startled. I'm driving, the sun hits, and I'm like, oh,
okay.
My eye.
Mr. Horny God said to talk about love. Okay.
Oh, this should be easy.
Damn, it'd be easy for who? You or me?
No, you.
So if I do it, you got to do it.
I am a terrible poem writer.
You can still try. You want to go first?
No.
All right. So I'm not one to talk. I'm not one to judge. Only thing I focus on is love. And it makes me appreciate you because it makes me realize that you were sent from the man above. The way that you touch, the way that you feel makes me feel like I'm basically just won a mill, something like the lottery. In other words, girls, your skin's so soft like a rose petal. You understand the fact that your boy comes from the ghetto. Every time that I hold you and look into your eyes, I feel like I'm on a high. There ain't no telling no lie. The main goal is I always want to have you by my side. I even willing to make you my wife. If anything, if you didn't know by now, for you, I'll be willing to lay down my life. Simple shit like that.
Period.
Just a little bit. Give me another topic and I'll do it again.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Baptiste said I.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't the best, yo. Like I said, I ain't the cutest, man, but I put in work, yo. I put in work.
He is spitting right now. Yeah, Ben said I.
Ben said I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me a topic. You got to give me a topic so I can spit some shit over. You know what I'm saying? My boy Devon on the house, speak the truth, J100. Y'all give me a topic, I'll spit some flows over it, yo.
You should really get a tattoo that says truth somewhere. Because that is all you speak.
Yeah, maybe behind the ear or something, down the neck, right there on the side.
How about here, truth?
I thought about it.
And spell it incorrectly. Like no regrets.
But all right, your turn, love.
I am terrible at poem writing.
Just say something simple.
Love. Oh my god. Okay. Roses are red. Violets are blue.
Mm-hmm.
I love love. And I love you.
Okay. How about this? Roses are red. Roses are red. Violets are blue. I can't wait to make you blush when I'm inside of you.
Oh, that's what he said.
Yo, you have to understand, yo. I grew up on R&B, yo. It's easy for me.
Funny.
You know what I'm saying? So,
what is?
Well,
Griole?
Griole. What? Yo, I don't know what that means, Ben. Like, what is griole? You have to explain that one to me.
Is that Haitian for something?
I mean, there's griot, but
What does that mean?
griole, I don't know what griole is.
Maybe he spelled it incorrectly. What's grill?
Griot is a dish like with fried pork, like marinated and deeply seasoned, and then they fry it. It's
Yum.
extremely good. Trust me,
Yummy.
tastes so good, making you want to slap your mama. No, yo, it's
Oh
just
my god.
now that we're into that topic, yo, it's always good to express the way you feel. Like
Right.
to me, like I said, talk is cheap. So like remember when we were talking about Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
It's always better to build something from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it's something simple. Remember, like back in high school, you used to make those little love notes. That was the original. Well, back in my day, we didn't have text message. So like
You
how
did
we no, like
I'm just kidding. I know.
yes, I'm a dinosaur. So we used to take like these origami things and fold them in like little shapes and little hearts and shit and pass them around to the teacher.
We did that in
Oh.
elementary school
Oh,
with like candies and stuff.
candies and stuff. Nah, this was
Oh.
was different. Yeah, there'll be some lyrics
Oh, I mean, this
in
was
there.
like high school.
Yeah, there'd be some
No.
lyrics in there that make a phone call to your parents. Your son said this in the letter.
Bro, let me tell you, in high school, nobody gave each other like anything. It was more like in class, like it was different from elementary school. Elementary school, everyone got something,
Not
to
me.
feel included. But in high school, if you're in a relationship, you definitely got something. Or like maybe your best friends gave you something, but the majority didn't really get like anything because I mean it was like not elementary school. And at the time, I was in a relationship, but my boyfriend wasn't.
You were in a relationship in elementary school?
In high school, I mean.
Oh, I was about to say, girl.
No.
No. Today.
No, in high school I was in a relationship at the time, but he
Mhm.
went to a different high school. So
That's the best.
obviously, like I didn't get like any stuff, which I didn't really care.
He didn't try then.
What do you mean?
Yo.
To like send me something?
Fuck that, yo. I'm skipping. I'm coming to your school. What you mean?
Jason, this is not the olden times.
The olden time. That's not even the olden times,
Just
yo.
kidding.
You see, all up in the Kool-Aid.
We're like no, I mean like okay, like back in like the early 2000s, when you can leave school for lunch, like maybe the seniors or juniors had like their cars or learner's permit, you can drive.
That was awesome.
I do know. So supposedly, I mean not supposedly, this actually happened in Hialeah. I'm pretty sure it was Hialeah High, that it was a bunch of high school students that went out. I think it was like to McDonald's to eat lunch, and they went out in their car and they got into a car accident and all of them passed away.
Yeah.
And one of the moms from the kids, to this day they like share the story. So like in high school I did a volunteer program. It's called EPI, like Early Prevention Intervention Program.
Like
and
sad students against drunk driving type situation.
yeah, kind of like that. Hialeah has like Hialeah parks, so I volunteered during the summer to just do like activity work and play with the kids in the summer program and stuff like that. And also the city of Hialeah initiated classes for the students that volunteered, and one of the classes was like a seminar of this story to explain why high schools kind of stopped letting students go out during lunchtime. You can only stay in the cafeteria, and it was because of that story.
Devon says if he really loves you, he will find a way to be in the same school.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, Devon.
I disagree.
I'm very grateful that we did go to separate high schools, because looking back on it now, at that age,
you need your space.
You don't, a majority of the time you don't have the capacity to like set proper boundaries to get like your space or to be your own person. If you are in a relationship during like your
gossip
preteens,
that goes around,
the gossip that goes around, you kind of like intertwine yourself with all of that, and you kind of lose your sense of individualism. I mean, this is from personal experience, from experiences that I've seen from like friends. I obviously was really grateful that we did go to different high schools, because it gave us the space and the opportunity to like be our own people.
And you look forward to the weekend too, because now you get to
hang
see
out.
Yeah, you didn't get to see him all week and whatnot.
I mean, don't get me wrong. As a kid, I was definitely bummed. I'm like, damn, I really want to see him. But That like as kids, you can't really you
But
you don't have the your brain
yeah.
isn't developed yet.
You know what's
As an
cringe,
adult,
though?
I'm like, thank God.
Like cringe to me is like when I was in high school and I had my girlfriend, yo, we just held hands. Like I was still a virgin, so it was like you're scared and shit, and I'm just like, oh man, she's holding my hand, and please don't get sweaty. Please, hands don't get sweaty.
Wait, what's I forget. What's first base?
First base
Yes.
is basically, you know,
Oh, like the
touch.
top.
Yeah. Second base is kissing.
Okay.
Third base is, yo, we going home, baby. You know, gotta get you home with me tonight.
Wait, the actual like.
Yeah.
So is
Third base is, you know,
so is it is there
it's the
a home
initiation
run?
of the home run.
Oh.
What you thought third base was?
No. I mean, because a home run, like you're a home plate. That's you finished or you're doing it, or
Well,
what's because if third base is the initiative, it just doesn't make sense to me.
third base is you set it down and then you take it home. Like that's
Wait, but can you do third base without doing a home run?
No. Third base. Oh, hold on. Dejor says third base is oral.
Oh, okay.
To me, third base was basically setting it up. Like I know I was going third base when Shorty basically, you know, told me parents were out of town, come to the crib. You know, that was third base to me because I'm about to,
Right.
you know, do the nah mean you her and whatnot.
Jason, what was the craziest place you've ever done it?
Damn, girl.
The viewers want to know. Do you guys want to know?
The craziest place at that time?
I mean, yeah, your teens, your young adulthood, 2021, like
Craziest place I probably done it. I ain't gonna go too deep. Probably on a cruise on the balcony in front of everybody where they could see me without knowing they could see me.
Period.
Hey, no regrets, yo. She
No
enjoyed
regrets.
it.
No regrets.
No regrets. I enjoyed it. I know she enjoyed it.
Interesting.
You feel me? What about you?
Okay, so the craziest place that I've ever done it was in a Macy's.
Girl, you's a freak. Super freak.
I was like
Super
16
freak.
or 17 at the time. And it makes sense because I'm a teenager. I shared a room with my sister at the time, and my mom, and there's no privacy during a school year.
Dejor is like, nah. Yo, she was hiding in the clothes, the changing room, like, yo.
You guys, it wasn't the changing room. I probably would have been more private.
Was it dope though? Was it like?
It was just
Did
like
it change your life?
No, I mean, sensual wise, obviously there wasn't like the opportunity to like,
Dejor's like, joke and get your rocks on. Damn right. Liberation, girl. Liberation.
Bro. But it was just one of those crazy experiences. I mean, it's a school year. I can't really like have the privacy.
Oh, they lighten you up. Devon's like, you's a bad girl. Ooh. I think that's a lot of dudes' fantasies, yo. Like, yo, go do the Marshalls.
Tell me in the comments right now. When you were a teenager, what was the craziest place you've done it?
Shit.
And guys obviously have a more I guess privacy because at least my brother had his own room while I had to share a room with like my sister and my mom. Guys,
you never went to the park?
Oh no, that's another place I've done it.
Okay, I was about to say like
a park.
Oh shit, Lewis is like church. Nah, yo. Oh, you joking? I'm about to say, boy. I mean, church, man. That takes balls, bro. I don't think I could, yo. Imagine you beating it up and you just looking at the cross like,
stop! Oh my god.
Lord Jesus, thank you.
Oh my god.
Yo, hey, yo.
But it shouldn't be surprising.
Yo, Ray goes at South Point Park. Oh, Ray.
Friend's room?
A friend's room. Yo, those were always awkward. Those were always awkward, yo. A park bathroom.
Because you don't want to. Oh.
Like one thing I will say, never do it in a jacuzzi. Ever. For the guys, it's fine. For the girls, it's horrible.
Oh, yeah.
She will basically be upset. I mean, I remember one of the things that used to piss off, like I never allowed a woman to get down with me in my car. My car is sacred.
Sorry, Ben got caught by the groundskeeper.
What the fuck, boy? What were you on a where was he at a graveyard?
Wait, park bathroom by the ground. No, it was a park bathroom.
Oh,
What did you say? It was a what?
cemetery, because groundskeeper. That's when I hear groundskeeper, I think
You
of a cemetery.
cemetery? He was doing it with a bunch of dead bodies.
Oh wow, same bed where older sister was sleeping. The worst thing I feel like I ever done while fornicating was doing it while the girl's daughter was sleeping in the same bed. Yeah.
That's like
That's
Ray's comment.
yeah, that
Hey,
kind of messed me up.
I mean, when you're young, when you're a youngin,
You're young.
and you got the flow of the hormones running through you, you'll develop some crazy stories too.
Except when they wake up. Mommy, why's the bed shaking?
Turn away. You put the face.
Turn away,
Don't look. Oh my,
yeah.
bro. Speaking of which, have you ever caught your parents like doing it?
I have caught my friends' parents doing it.
For real?
Yo.
How is that? Because like it's
traumatizing.
It's one thing to watch your parents doing it, but to watch your friends' parents doing it?
Traumatizing. Yo,
Ugh.
I ain't gonna say my boy's name, yo, but I remember back in the day, he's like, yo, I'm gonna go take a shower, right? And I'm just waiting in the living room, and all I hear is I, and I hear a deep ass voice going, put it there. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
That's traumatizing.
Hells yeah. And then I remember my first sleepover at my boy's crib. This is in middle school. And this is why I see why my mom didn't let me sleep over a friend's house, but she let me sleep over my boy's house. Yo, it's like late at night, and you know, I'm one of those, like, I have to drink water. Like, I'll wake up and I have to chug down the water. So I get up from his room and I go to the kitchen and I just hear placata, 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 placata. I'm like, what the fuck type of movie they watching? Yo, my boy's stepfather comes out, balls deep and everything, and I see his mom naked, and I'm like, I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go. And then the thing is like, it kind of messed me up because, like, yo, here's the messed up part. You know, my brain goes like, yo, so in the morning she makes us breakfast and she's drinking from her son's cup. And I'm just like, oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Yo, what's it to you? Dumpster behind 7-Eleven.
Period.
Jesus. I thought I was bad, yo. Damn.
Yeah, everyone got wild stories.
Now, let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
What's your fantasy location?
My fantasy
like
location?
on the beach, skydiving, church.
So to be honest, for me, the location doesn't really heighten the experience.
No?
I mean, don't get me wrong, if like location does matter in terms of like if we're comfortable, if we can do the positions, but it's like, oh, I have a kink for doing it in like behind a dumpster or something, or in a friend's bed. That is it. For me, what does it is like the role play and like the actual like physical initiation of it.
You like that central shit. Okay, that's cool.
I like more like privacy, because when you're in a private location, you have enough room and an opportunity to just do the things that you want to do.
I ain't gonna front. Sometimes, yo, if you're intoxicated, it's going down, yo. It don't matter.
True.
It's going
also,
down.
And I don't like being in a place where, like, you know, you have to be quiet. Like, I will be quiet if I have to, but
I'm right there with you, yo. If she can't basically scream,
it's no fun.
It's no fun. I remember back in the day when you had to put a pillow behind the headboard and shit. Those were the worst, bro.
Oh my god. Do you have any advice for like the squeaking of like the headboard?
All day.
Tell me.
All
day.
Right now. You could use a pillow.
No, that doesn't work.
Yeah, you take like 2 pillows and you put them on each side where the headboard is, and you press it against the wall.
No, no. The noise is coming from like the bed frame on the bottom. Mm-hmm. Like it's nowadays the pieces are different, so it's like the friction between like the bed frame and like the actual like.
In the words of DMX, get it on the floor. Get it on the floor.
Bruh. Oh, what about just oil? Like just oil, like the wood oil or whatever. Do you think that would work?
No.
Damn, Jason, you're not working with me
No.
here.
Listen, take it to the floor. Take it to the bathroom. Take it to the shower, yo.
Oh,
Yeah, man. My style's fresh as fuck. Yep.
whatever. But anyways,
Don't be mad.
but you know, I actually walked in on my parents doing it when I was younger.
Did it traumatize you?
How old? I was like probably 10 at the time ish. And
Did you know what they were doing?
I knew I knew
Nate's having suppressed memories.
I knew for a fact that what I was not supposed to be watching. I didn't know that I didn't know the term, like the word that they were doing, but I knew, oh, I shouldn't have walked in on them. Because you just get this eerie feeling like, oh, I just did something bad. Like, okay, so at the time I lived in an apartment and my dad converted the living room into his room. So he put up like a curtain, but there's a small opening where you can like go in. And so I think this was before I had to get ready for school or something. So I go downstairs. My mom usually helps me get ready because I was like 9 or 10 at the time. And it's quiet. The TV's on mute and I don't hear a thing. So I'm like, I don't remember. I'm not wearing shoes, so I'm quiet. I'm like, I go in, but I'm like, what are they doing? Are they sleeping? I was very careful as a kid, so I looked in. Thank God they were under the sheets. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God they were under the sheets. I would have been more traumatized to this day if they were not under the sheets. And I saw them and I'm like, oh my God. And I literally ran out and I ran upstairs as quiet as possible. I went into my room, I shut the door, I went on my bed, I put my head on the pillow, and I'm like, oh my God.
This didn't just happen. Why was he hurting mommy?
I was like, oh my God. I knew I wasn't supposed to look at that.
What's
my
it
mom-
2 years ago? Went to my room and I could hear them outside my door giggling because they couldn't walk in.
Bro.
Yo, like real. It's like, here's the thing, man. Like, especially now, I like if I obviously I'm back in my mom's crib. I got to rent a hotel room, yo. But for give y'all free game, if you're going with your loved one or a homie, make sure you get a room with 2 beds. You'll thank me later. One is,
Oh,
because the thing is, like, you ain't trying to lay in all the juices and whatnot. So you have your
majority of hotels when you book them, there's like 2 double beds.
And it's cheaper.
It's
cheaper. Like, listen.
For some reason, I don't know why.
And just get 2 beds. Trust me, it's worth it. But on to the next, yo. So let's talk about your upbringing. Now that we're talking about family and exposure, you're Mexican,
Cuban.
So, like, what's some of the stereotypical things that you've gone through as a child that you think that other people could relate to? Like,
so as a kid, my parents, my mom lived a very, I guess you could say, like a stereotypical like Hispanic life, to like work hard to make their children lives better. My mom was born and raised in Mexico, and by the time she was in her mid to late 20s is when she had my brother. When she had my brother, after like a year, she came to the US like off the books with her sister to, earn some cash to send back to Mexico.
So she migrated.
Yeah. She was one of those, you guys, obviously. So, and she did that for quite a while. She first started off in Chicago. She went to Houston, and then she came to Miami. So she's been to quite a few places.
And your mom got a story, huh?
That's
a strong woman.
She does. My mom is a very strong woman. She's lived a pretty difficult life. But that really didn't stop her from like wanting to build a better future for like her family. My mom straight up told me that her dream, like what she wanted to be when she grew up, she wanted to be a mom and a wife. She wanted to start a family. Like that's what she wanted.
Can I stop you there? You see, this is why I say how your mom was in her 20s there, right?
I think my mom's like 56 and my brother's he's 30 now.
So yeah, she
was probably like
early 20s.
Yeah.
This is why I say
probably around my age almost.
Focus on your career, focus on your education, but understand the clock is against you guys more than it is us. You know, you guys have the biological clock, we have the
Right.
financial clock. I'm not telling you to be out there and pop
Wait,
out babies and
but you're
whatnot.
gonna want to listen to this.
Mm.
So, okay. My mom had my brother when she was roughly around my age, maybe a few years older.
And you're 24.
I'm 24. My mom had me when she was 31.
Mm.
And my brother and I are 6 years apart. So, yeah, roughly like 20. My mom was like 25 when she had my brother. She was 31 when she had me. And I have a younger sister. She is turning 12 in a few days. My mom had her when she was like in her 40s.
Hey, how Stella got her groove back, yo. Mama still got it cracking, yo.
So-
Yo, daddy still putting in work, yo. Put that image in your head.
So biological clock, it really depends on the woman.
It
You
does.
know, you can be in your 40s and have, and my sister's healthy. She has no deficits besides being a little rugrat. No, but I love her. But yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Look at those siblings. I also have another 2 brothers from my dad's side.
I remember my boy, he's Mexican. His name is Chris. Yo, I think we were like 16, 17. His uncle was 12.
Dude,
Yeah,
those are
crazy.
crazy.
That's crazy, yo.
My mom and I always talked like, oh, imagine, because my brother, you know, is 30. But my sister, she's 12. Imagine like 6 years ago. My brother would have been 24. You know, I mean, that's still an age to have kids, even 20. Can you
What age
imagine?
would you like to have kids?
I mean,
Truthfully speaking, like if you knew that, you know, everything's gonna be straight and you didn't have to be, you know, school wasn't such a main factor and you knew you were well off, would you try to have kids earlier? Or would you still want to wait to have kids? Meaning, like, if you knew you were financially set up and education's on point and you didn't have to make any sacrifices, would you try to have kids at an earlier age, or would you still want to wait?
I would like to have kids, Jor. I don't know if that was a joke or not, but I would definitely want to wait until first. I mean, obviously, I want to finish school first.
Yeah, but if that
And
wasn't a factor,
to me, age doesn't matter. Like when I have kids, I mean, obviously, I know the older you get, I know there's a biological clock, but to me, age, it's like if I finish school, let's say within, you know, if I graduate fall, then let's say, you know, I have a very good relationship with my man, and I have and financially speaking, we're good, and I have my own place, because I would, it's what's the word called? It's more like, I guess you could say, convenient, more better. I would prefer to have kids when I'm financially stable enough, or like at least have my own place.
the black guy
It's
says
not always like that.
have kids if you want to be a great grandparent and all that.
That's true.
I mean, speaking as a male, like even on 36, I would like to have had kids when I was younger, because I want to be able to still relate to them, be able to play with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be one of these dudes who have kids like in their 50s, and then by the time your kid comes of age, I can't even.
I still have 6 years until I'm 30 though. And that, I mean, who knows? A lot can happen in that time. I wouldn't mind having kids like around that time. As like I said, I just don't want to have any regrets.
What scares you the most? Because you said regrets, so something scares you.
So I'm not dumb. I know that when you have kids, your whole life basically changes. You have to accommodate your lifestyle, you know.
Be responsible.
You have to be more responsible. So, I mean, it's not like I'm such a party animal now, but
would you like to be married before you have kids, or
I mean,
you okay having kids without being married?
I think.
And yes, I will look at you different based on your answer.
Bitch, I don't give a fuck.
Damn, I gotta know that.
To me, marriage, I mean, if it happens without marriage, as long as I have a good standing like relationship with my partner, I'd be okay with it.
Okay.
Like if my partner and I, like, we want to get married, like we're not gonna get married because we have kids, but we've definitely had the marriage talk before I got pregnant. Okay. So it's there. So it's like, oh, we got married because we love each other, not because we had a kid.
I think, and I can only speak for myself, I feel like before having kids, I would like to be married just because of my upbringing coming from a broken household. I
Right.
would like to give my child the opportunity, the best opportunity of surviving in this world, and that would honestly be being married. But
I
not to
mean,
go off topic with the way Western
I
civilization
know.
is and all the cons and
But the way that
it's
I view
against the
that,
males, you know.
the way that I view that is when you have kids out of wedlock,
Hmm.
to me being married, or at least it all throughout history, marriage it happens for different reasons, for political reasons, for financial reasons. You gain power, money,
Hmm.
status. Nowadays, it's a lot about love, but it's also
It's a business now.
it's a business. um Speaking in like, in the government's eyes,
Hmm.
if you're married, like
You marry the government.
that's your partner. If something
Yeah.
happens to you, your partner can decide anything for you.
I,
So, but when it comes to having kids,
hmm.
to me, being married, it does help, like, for legal reasons, who gets like custody or like decision making and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But in terms of relationship and building a foundation, having a family, loving your child, communication, you don't need to be married to have those things. Because, like, there's a lot of people who don't believe in marriage, maybe for like religious reasons, or like spiritually,
Sure, yeah.
culturally, whatever. um
I
but if
don't.
you have a kid
Uh-huh.
and you both agree to communicate, you both respect each other, whether you're together in love or you're not,
Hmm.
it really just depends on, because you can be married to someone and resent them and not like them. And then you have
Facts.
fights every single day. And then you
Yeah.
create trauma for your kid because you're with someone that you don't like. And now they have to wake up
I
every day
think
and
it's
fight.
important to at least entertain the conversation with your partner about marriage, because I feel like most men within the first year they know if they want to marry that girl or not. I honestly feel that way, because the truth of the matter is I think a lot of men hesitate simply because um at least for me, it's a financial thing. Like, you want to be able to provide. It's like the same thing with having a child. If I have a child, I want to be able to provide, but not only provide, I want to be able to be involved. I know so many men who have children and they make great money, but their job interferes with them bonding with their kids. Like, I seen segment videos where there's like a group of millionaires and they're literally bawling tears because, like, they missed out on their kids' childhood because they had to make income, and
Right.
I always thought of that to myself, like, I don't want to be one of those. If you're
So
not going to marry them or at least have kids, then why be monogamous?
that's a
If I
great
may,
question.
I so here's the thing, right? If you're not, the reason why I say be monogamous is because it's based on feelings, bro. Like, it's based on respect. This is like, if I'm willing to lay down with you and sleep next to you, you're my partner. I have to respect you, like, you're my investment, you're my best friend. So monogamous is not just about, oh, only if you're married. No, man, this is a union. Like, this is the person that you're building with. And like, even though I can honestly say I don't really believe in the whole traditional wedding, but I do believe in a spiritual wedding. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to get married like in the courthouse or anything, but I would like to be married to you in a spiritual manner.
Right.
Like, maybe rent out a house, get a couple of friends together and do our bond that way. And like,
Yeah, it's
I
nice.
always thought, like, instead of getting a ring, get a tattoo on the band. And you get a tattoo on your ring finger, I get one on mine's, and then we have our name on it. And it's corny, but I thought of something. What do you think about that?
I mean, I would like both. I would be down for both.
How much you want your ring to be? That's the question.
Oh,
How much
okay.
does the man?
Listen,
How
listen
much
to
does
this.
your man have to spend
No,
on the ring, yo?
guys, listen to this. So I saw TikTok is my safe haven. All my information is from TikTok, you guys. I'm sorry, but I saw this video
Mhm,
where nowadays a lot of people are comparing diamonds to like moissanite, I think it's called. And
mhm.
moissanite is basically, it looks like a diamond. It's like,
It's
if it looks like
it's
a duck, it
homegrown.
speaks like a duck.
It's factory made.
I think so. I have to do a little fact
Like,
check on
it's
it.
not glass, but it's made by a machine that pressurizes it and creates
Right.
the diamond.
So it
Okay.
looks like one and it's cheaper. And
Mhm.
so this lady was saying that she has a real diamond. You know, this is
Mhm.
her expensive one, but she doesn't want to like damage it, you know, hurt it, or maybe even lose it. So in like special occasions, she'll wear her real ring.
The
And for
Jor
every other
says an
days,
off-brand diamond. Never heard of that.
I mean,
It's
Google it.
it's made by a machine. It's like the same way they make a diamond, and they use a machine to build the pressure, and it's basically an in-house diamond made. It's not made out of glass. It has the same qualities, but it doesn't have the same value because the rarity is not there.
Okay, so right here, is moissanite as good as a diamond? While no gemstone is indestructible, some gemstones are slightly harder and more durable for daily wear. On the Mohs scale of hardness, moissanite is rated as a 9.5 out of 10, which is higher than any gemstone used in jewelries besides diamond itself. Diamonds are the hardest known mineral, scoring a 10. So, are moissanite rings worth it? Yes, moissanites are strong, long-lasting gemstones. A moissanite should last for an entire life without losing its appearance or becoming damaged. If you choose a setting that's made from high quality metals such as platinum or gold, moissanite ring will last you for a very long time. But yeah, I mean, like this lady, the ring is cheap. She'll wear it every day,
Mhm.
and then for special occasion, she'll wear the real ring. So I'm like, you know what? That's genius. Because I'm not a very materialistic person. I mean, I like things,
Would you?
especially pretty things. I like jewelry, but I would be so down for a moissanite ring.
Let me ask you
I
this though: would you ever get your man's name tatted on you?
No.
Seriously speaking,
no.
ever?
I wouldn't want him to tattoo my name on his body.
Would you get matching tattoos with him?
I would.
Okay, so
Like a what do you mean? Like what the difference is?
yeah.
I mean, I don't really have a. I don't really
I mean,
like.
you getting matching tattoos. You already
Well, because okay, matching tattoos. It doesn't have to be identical, but it could be like two similar tattoos. Like
like when you hold each other, it completes as one or some shit.
yeah, or like the yin and yang. You know, like the two fish, or for some or something. You know, he'll have one, I have one. I think that'd be pretty cool. Or like the ring idea. You know, like a little design on it.
That's my idea. Stay away from it.
Oh, okay, fine, whatever. But I think like a person's face or like their name. I don't
The
know.
face to me is weird. I mean, if the person passed away, like if it's like say I have a child, right? I'll get the footprints on me. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't like tat my baby's face on me. That's just weird.
Like Justin Bieber tatted Selena Gomez's face on his wrist. Yeah, you guys didn't know that?
Well, Drake's another one. Like Drake, Rick Ross. Like Rick Ross got Nipsey Hussle's face tatted on him. He has Rick Ross's name tatted on him. Drake has Celine Dion's face tatted on him. Like this is weird. What's it too? He says if my bitch ain't getting branded like a cow, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
God damn, bro. All I'm saying
Um,
is, would I get a girl's name tatted on me? If she's the mother of my child and I know she's the one, I would probably consider it, to be honest. I would honestly consider it. I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no. But that's just how I rock.
You see, everything Tina gets it. Not really the name, but a tattoo that means something between us.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Because like tattoos have meanings, and it's also an art, so it's like
Mhm.
it could be interpreted as anything.
My goal is to get a girl to get my name tatted on her. Challenge of 2023.
That's messed
It is
up.
me being a joke, but y'all thought I was serious. That's sad. That is sad. You think I would
You know
do
what's
something like
sad?
that?
You don't know how to be satire.
You're the one who took it serious. You think I would honestly do that to someone? Yeah, you would. You
I
think
don't
I even
know.
have that power? Okay, I
A
do.
little bit. It looks like a little bit.
I do. I just wouldn't do it. But at
But
the
yeah,
same time,
moissanite rings all the way.
yeah, because the thing is, some
I
people
would not
don't
feel
even do a
comfortable.
ring.
I would not feel
Mhm.
comfortable wearing. I don't even know how much diamonds cost. What?
Diamonds could range anywhere from like $2,000 to freaking 60 to 100,000. Depends how many carats there are.
You
The
see, I got these at
average-
Pandora, and they were like 30 to like $90, and they're still holding perfectly fine
I got these on Amazon.
on
Yeah.
Amazon.
Amazon, baby. Amazon. You feel me? You feel me?
As long as it's shiny, pretty, I don't care if it's cheap. I don't think you can get it.
So
at
what about if he
Pandora.
can't afford a ring? Would you still like if he's like, yo,
Pandora sells these beautiful rings.
I take that as a no.
With beautiful rings, and and they range from $50 to like $100. I guess they're more considered. Oh, there was this.
So you're okay with a $50 ring?
I'm okay. Yeah,
What spaceship did you come off of?
I'm
Because if you
okay
hear
with it.
if you hear most of these women, they're like, nah, I need a $30,000 ring. I need my
You
ring
know
to
what
be
can I
half
do
of
with
his salary.
$30,000?
Travel.
Woman, travel.
I could travel, eat food,
Nigga,
eat
invest.
food in places.
Yo, 30 grand, I'm investing that bitch. What you mean?
If I die tomorrow, I would rather eat a croissant in Paris than having to invest in I don't know. You know.
Hey, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
But yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe down the line I'd be like, "Ooh, this is such a pretty ring," and maybe a little more expensive side, and I would like to save up. But like for the moment, like okay, in my head, this is how I think. This is how my brain works, you guys.
Deja's like, okay, Nat don't need a $30,000 ring. I applaud you. Real shit. When men hear the way you talk, it's almost taboo to us. Cause it's like, yo, you honestly see true value. A lot of women out here, the average woman, she's not realistic. The fact that you're willing to say you're willing to accept a $50 ring is absurd to me, which I think is admirable because that means you really focus on, you focus on what matters most, which is the love and the conditions. So I applaud you on that, love.
I mean, thank you. I mean, that's just how my brain works. Cause like
you should get a name tatted.
This is how my brain works, you guys. So my partner and I, he proposed.
He did.
Let's say he did for the sake of this.
Oh, you're just saying theoretically.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought because you said my partner and I, he proposed. I was like, when?
No.
When did this happen?
Jason, bro, if I would ever tell you this news, it wouldn't be on live. I would say it on live, but I would tell you off the side. But let's say he proposed. And let's say in this hypothetical situation, there's no ring, we're saving up.
What about if I give you an onion ring?
Yeah, that works too. Like in the moment when you're asking, that's cute. A little ring pop ring. That I want a good honeymoon.
Yo.
I want a good honeymoon.
So it has to be the honeymoon is what has to be on point.
The experience. Right. But I would also like a cute ceremony.
That's what I'm saying. A spiritual wedding.
Like a nice spiritual ceremony.
I always
nothing
say,
too grand.
Rent out a house. Both family come to the house. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I like. Can you rent an Airbnb?
Yeah, they do that. So like you have your side of the family come, my family side will come, close friends, and we celebrate.
Cater Chipotle
and Popeyes. Chipotle and Popeyes. Okay, it can't just be Chipotle. It has to be Popeyes
I'm
too.
so hungry. I'm sorry.
You gotta, mind you, Popeyes is life.
And then we're balling on a budget, you guys. So let's take a trip to Pandora. They have a really cute ring selection.
Pandora.
And get the ring. And then maybe a few years down the line, a lot of people do this like for their 10-year anniversary. I hear stories on TikTok where the couples they get an updated.
Danger's like, no way. She said Chipotle. Yo, you about to? Yo, niggas is looking at you like, where do I find one of these?
I'm sorry, you guys.
Where do they find a woman like you, Nate? Because apparently, dudes you're the unicorn.
But I don't know. Why hasn't people thought of this before? Like, okay, you have fancy weddings and
because of Instagram and social media. Because
isn't Chipotle cheaper? But this is not me looking up prices of food.
Look at what you're saying, because mind you. In today's modern society, wedding is not even about love anymore. It's about status. So for you to say what you're saying, you don't give a fuck about status. You care about the meaning. That's that's unheard of nowadays. That's why the group chat's like, yo, that shit is fucking crazy. Nina Beans, the reason why the way she thinks she is taboo to you guys because she knows what's actually important and not realistic. Amen. See, yo, you getting praise, yo. Good shit, Nate.
I mean, I don't say it to get praise. It's just how I think, but I appreciate you guys.
Humble.
That black guy that says cheap is not cute. I'm gonna. So like, the cute. It depends. Okay. The reason why I may think this way, a lot of Cubans, if some of you may not know, have this phrase called bueno, bonito y barato, meaning
I already got
good,
that.
pretty,
Mhm.
and cheap. And, you know, a lot of us have to speak the cold hard truth to these Cubans and be like, mira, en esta vida, nada es bueno, bonito y barato. Nothing, it's good, pretty, and cheap. But lo and behold, the Cubans have found a way to make la carreta or these Cuban spots and make
Sergio's.
bueno, bonito y barato food. They make that food. I'm telling you, you go and you have, you know, you have ropa vieja,
Because it's
your
made with love.
arroz, frijoles, plátano maduros. You have all of these entrees, and it's so
Mhm.
good, and it's not even that expensive. And the bill comes out, and you're like, oh,
Well, yeah, because I gone to fucking 5-star restaurants. Yeah, I remember for my dad's birthday, his
love.
65th birthday. I'm reading the menu.
the 3-piece team.
And you know it's bad when the menu don't even say a price and it's trying to sound all extravagant, flourish with this, da da da. So I got the scallops, right? Yo, mind you, the meal was mad expensive. It was like a $60 plate. I got 3 scallops, asparagus, and like 1 ice cream scoop worth of mashed potatoes. Expensive is not good. Now, if you would have taken me to Sergio's or La Carreta, yo, for $25.99, I would have ate like a king, yo.
The other day, my man and I with his cousin, we went to, where did we go? It was a Cuban spot. Oh, I think it was like this Cuban place in front of FIU. Damn, help me out. What's the place called?
Nina Bean goes almost most Miami women only want status. Like I said, yo, that's real shit.
Latin America or
Latin
something.
Grill?
Something like that. Latin something. The bill there or somewhere else or La Carreta as well, the bill came out to $50 for 3 people.
What? That's
for 3 people.
That's what's up.
That was amazing.
That's what's
that
up.
was delicious. And yeah, cater. Guys, come on, tell me. Be honest. If you go to a wedding,
steak burrito, chicken burrito,
cute cutlery, silverware, you know, everything's aesthetically pleasing, and then you see the Chipotle buffet, and you can build your own tacos, build your own bowl.
Nina Beans is like, Jason still thinking about food, because yeah, that's the way to my heart, yo.
Latin restaurant.
That's the way to my heart. You want to listen, you want me to be gushy and all lovey? Feed me. That's all you have to do. I love food.
I'm hungry. But you bet your ass we're gonna
devour
some food after this.
Yeah, we about to tear it up after this. But no, it's crazy.
Latin America, yes, thank you.
So, like, being that said, right?
Yes.
You have this mindset, and what do you feel now that we're on that topic? How do you feel about women who care about the status? You seen that video where dude's talking to his wife and she wants a $250,000 wedding, and she basically starts getting angry with him because he's like, yo, we're not going to spend $250,000 on a wedding. You haven't worked in 9 years, right? And then he's like, yo, we could take that $250,000 and invest it. What about a courthouse? And she unloads on him. She's like, I'm not a courthouse bitch. Da 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 da. You about to get yourself left.
So,
but like,
okay,
what? Mind you, I have, and not gonna say names. Like, yo, I was almost part of a wedding that was over $100,000.
Well,
and then
that
it's
must have
like,
been an amazing wedding.
I didn't go.
Oh,
but I was supposed to be part of it. But when you think about that, like, who are you doing it for?
Okay, so in my opinion, you know, everyone has their own, you know, their own reasons why they want to splurge on a wedding.
Splurge on the trip.
Growing up, and this is, I don't know if it's a very like Americanized tradition where you want like a nice, fancy, expensive wedding.
It is.
Don't get me wrong. Like, you have a day dedicated to you as a couple. It's all about you and him, or, you know, you and your partner. And it makes you feel, at least to the women, you know, you're all dolled up, you know, you have these makeup artists, these artists, you know, making your hair and your makeup, you're putting your dress on, you literally feel like a fairy tale princess. And a lot of people may probably let their emotions cloud their judgment. So when they hear no or you can't have that, it probably makes them feel some type of way.
Mhm.
Everyone is different how they respond in these situations. You know, they don't want their day to be ruined. It's one of those milestones where you'll look back and be like,
Yeah, 'cause
damn,
you've
my
been waiting
wedding
for it
was
your whole
ruined.
life. Yeah.
And it's like to try at least to compare to see how you feel. You have you build a relationship with someone who you consider your soulmate. You love them so much and you want to start a family with them. And you want to dedicate a day for just you guys to
Mm,
share your love to your friends and your family. And then something happens and then the memory is tainted.
yeah.
And now you have to live the rest of your life with this tainted memory that you also happen to put so much money into. Now,
Yeah.
this doesn't always isn't always the case. Maybe people are just
But we've
selfish
seen
and
enough.
spoiled. You know, they want the best of the best, and with that's not their money with other people's money. And I can't really understand their point of view because
Zakum
I'm not like
said,
that.
sorry to cut you off, Los. Zakum says, I think having a wedding ceremony within your means is a must. Every girl in the city wants the whole $30,000 wedding, $50,000 ring, $1 million lifestyle because they can't budget 5K properly. What do you think about that? I agree with her.
I think having a wedding ceremony with your means is a must. I mean, I agree with that statement. When it comes to the value of how much the wedding costs and how much the ring costs, to each their own. Like, who am I to say what is and what isn't? Everybody lives their own experiences and whatever makes them happy, you know.
Well, you believe in tradition, right?
Yeah, to an extent.
Because
Yeah.
the tradition is that the girl's parents is supposed to pay for the wedding.
Oh,
You
right.
get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I think a lot of times, like, yo, man, if you look at the statistics, like around the world, the average wedding, like in Europe and other countries, is like 5K. Only here in the United States do weddings usually go over 50K. That's crazy.
I pray to God my wedding is not 50K.
Well, with the way your mind's working,
Bad Bunny better
don't
be
it-
at that fucking wedding if it's 50K.
Are you for 50K? He might video chat y'all and be like, yeah.
No. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So hold on. You would really want Bad Bunny at your wedding?
Oh no. I'm
Because I
just
was
saying,
about to
like,
say, like,
if I'm spending all
imagine
that goddamn money,
your wife is basically drooling over yo,
no,
on the wedding. She's drooling over this man while
I would cry. I would not drool. I'd be like, baby, it's my wedding. She'll
Yeah.
freak out with me.
Oh my god.
No.
Nah. Tina says it's because everything is 10 times more expensive in the US.
So yeah.
Being in
Yeah.
Italy this past month, everything is way more affordable. Yeah, man. The US is it's a market. Here in this country, everything is marketed to be,
Let's just move to Italy.
taxed. To move where?
Let's just move to Italy.
Who's we?
All of us. Let's pack our bags
By
and go.
your damn self. If I move anywhere, yo,
Where would you go?
first you tell me where would you go?
Um,
I might move a couple places. Like if I can move
hard.
anywhere in the world, Tulum, Mexico is going to be one of them.
Okay.
Definitely. I would love to go to Norway. Norway is definitely it.
Okay.
And then I would love to go to Ibiza and Egypt. I would love to be in the Holy Land. Not Dubai. Dubai ain't my speed, yo.
I've heard a lot of great things about Italy.
Mhm.
In terms of family, you know, I would go to Mexico or Canada. I have some family. My aunt,
Mhm.
she lives in Canada. Obviously my mom's family's from Mexico.
Auntie, we gonna come visit you.
Out like those places, but anywhere like in Europe, I've heard great things about Italy.
Mhm.
I've heard
What about Greece?
Ooh, Greece.
I forgot to mention Greece.
I
And
heard Greece
Africa
is
too.
beautiful.
I would love to go to Africa.
I would go to a lot of places.
But ideally, if you could choose one spot to move,
I mean, I would have to do research, but
where finance is not an issue, it's paradise. Where are you going?
I'm gonna stick with Italy because I don't know.
Really, Italy?
I don't know. Paris is beautiful, but the people are mean. I hear. I hear
mixed feelings about Paris. Like people say
Yeah.
Paris is dirty and old,
Oh.
and like the promiscuity over there is like
Spain,
sometimes overbearing.
Sometimes I
Spain
hear,
is dope.
you know,
But Greece, I mean, there's a couple spots.
I would love to go to Greece.
Greece is the
The
Florida of Earth. Okay, fair enough.
Interesting point of view.
So, on to the next, right? Let's talk about, now that we're on the conversation, we talked about marriage, we talked about relationships, right? What do you think, like, how would you go about, like, what's life after the wedding? That's what I always wanted to know. Like, I hear, we see all these beautiful wedding
slumber
stories.
parties every single night. What do you mean?
Slumber parties every night? With who?
My partner. I'm joking. Jason, I'm joking.
Okay. I'm just saying, I mean, you're married to him. Ice cream is gonna be the number one choice. I mean, it's dope because you get to marry your best friend and whatnot. So I think marriage is a beautiful thing. I think it just gets a bad rep because of the direction and what's shown. But there's a
Right.
beautiful side to it, Now, other than that, let me ask you this. You're getting married, right?
Mm-hmm.
You inviting kids to the wedding? Or are you gonna be one of those that say no kids allowed?
That's tough because my sister's 12 and my two cousins for my aunt.
Well, that doesn't count because that's your siblings.
They're teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
By teenagers, I mean like they're like 14 and like.
But when I
13.
say kids, I'm talking like
little
kids, like
kids.
toddlers and shit like that. Would you be one of those like, yo, I don't want no toddlers at the wedding?
I mean, based on my friend group and my family, I don't think there'd be any kids involved. So I'm gonna say no kids.
The black guy says 16 and plus. I feel like you gotta at least have your liquor license, yo. At least 21.
I mean, there will be the exception of like, my sister and like my cousins, obviously, but like anyone else in my family that has like little kids, I don't think they do, or like my friends. So no kids. We're gonna party. Party.
Deja's like, man, I hear you babies crying while I say I do. I'm gonna throw a fit. For real, yo. Like, get that little nigga out of here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Whose child is this?
Mm-hmm.
Kick it like a football. I'm joking. I'm wrong. I shouldn't say that. That's not nice. That's not nice at all. No, man, but
I agree, sure. I do not want to hear a baby crying or fussing if I'm trying to say my vows. Like,
remember when working at Best Buy, yo, you get that one customer whose kid is like touching everything, and you're just looking at the parents like, yo, you're not gonna hit them, you're not gonna beat them, you're just gonna let them tear down kids will be kids, and you're just looking at them like you are horrible fucking parents. Exactly. Hold on, Lena Beans is like, wow, Jason. Nah, yo, like, listen, I love kids, but I don't want to deal with that shit. Especially if it's my day. It is my day, not the kid's day. I refuse to let a little spawn of Satan ruin my day. Yeah, I said it. And
spawn of Satan.
I don't apologize, yo. I don't apologize.
I agree. Because, I mean, it'll just ruin the fun.
No, but it's crazy how how things have changed, yo. Nina Beans I just bring my kid to your wedding out of spite. That is foul. To even say I'm gonna get married, don't wish that on me.
Put them in the air, be like, yeah, and they're like, yeah, you Jason.
Nah, man, but a celebration's a celebration, yo. Now, that being said, we basically covered ground. You know what I mean? I know you were talking about we had gotten to the conversation about the workforce with the whole selection. Do you, just to go on to another topic, do you feel, because I saw a video where it says, do you feel that people who are very invested like into the whole pronoun situation could actually limit themselves when it comes to applying to certain positions?
I don't think so. And if in any case the answer is yes, I think that'd be very fucked up because I don't know about you guys.
Mhm.
I'm so sorry. I'm um all of my jobs
Mhm.
on Microsoft Teams or in just the group chats or in just the e-learnings when you take jobs is all about being very like open and like, oh, I'm she her, I'm he him.
Did you see the black guy
No
who made the?
discrimination.
Did you see the black guy who made the joke to the pronouns chick? Because
No.
he's on Omegle and she's like, oh, he's like, oh, what are your pronouns? And she's like, I'm he, she, and her. And the guy's like, well, my name is Nick and my pronouns is her. So your pronouns would be like he, she, her. Mine would be, and she goes, Nick, her.
Jason.
Yo, a troll's gonna be a troll, but that's his pronouns, yo. Like, yo,
Wow.
my pronouns is Nick and her. Say it together.
No, you will never.
Say it.
No, you'll never catch me
Why can't you say the pronouns?
because that's a gateway
How's it a gateway?
to the N word,
Nick,
Jason.
her. All you have to say is Nick, her. Say it, Nick.
No, I'm not saying it.
Why?
Because you want me to say it, and I don't want to say it because you want me to say it.
I'm just asking. So you're not gonna respect the pronouns? Is that what you're saying? You can't say Nick, her?
I'll say her. She, queen. Go off, queen.
What did you just say, blood? Yeah, what's his zoo too? All I'm saying is his pronouns. His pronouns is Nick, her. There's no G there. So you're not gonna repeat that.
No, because you want me to, and I'm not going to.
Why are you so anti against me? I didn't do anything to you.
You want me to say a word that I'm not comfortable saying.
I bet you're gonna end up saying that word one day.
No.
You want to make a bet on it?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm not feeding into your whatever game it is you're playing.
Come on. If you're so confident, just tell me that you shake my hand and say you're never gonna say that word. So you're telling me you're never gonna say that word. I can never get you to say that word.
Nope. Sorry,
Ladies
I was
and
nodding. I'm
gentlemen-
sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be a challenge. We're gonna get Nate to say the N word. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is a challenge.
There's something so wrong about this.
Why?
It just feels wrong.
How does it feel wrong?
What do you mean?
You're telling me you never listened to no hip hop song and you didn't
Yeah.
follow the lyrics in the car?
Oh my god,
You
guys.
remind me of the person in the car that looks around before you say the word.
I'm like making sure nobody sees me. No, guys, let me tell you something. So I don't say it because I don't want to. You know, Lewis is fucking laughing. I obviously know the history behind the word, even though
What's the
it's
2 years like? If you gave me the pass, I'll say it, bro. That's it. See? Simple as that.
not even when I'm
Devon,
drunk.
Devon, you will get her drunk. No, I will not. No, I will not. Don't. I ain't being nothing.
Even when I'm drunk, I'm still very aware of my actions. Like I'm not.
I don't think I've ever seen you drunk. Have I?
I don't know. I mean, let me tell you, guys. I have so many tabs open in my brain right now. Let me finish my tab. Let me finish.
Overload.
Let me close my tabs. Fuck. Okay, I have 2 tabs open right now.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna get back to the story about me being drunk. Remind me. This was before me and Ray started going out.
Ooh, it's
So-
gonna get spicy.
So to keep that in mind before I forget.
Mm.
Okay, so I would be in my car, you guys, and I'd be singing along to a song that happens to have the N-word in it. And I make it a habit. I make it a habit to not say it because if I say it in private, then I'm gonna get used to it and I'll accidentally say it in public. And the last thing that I want is to cause any tension or drama or some guy or girl that's like, like don't say that. You're not supposed to say it. Oh my god,
Gee,
what are
my
you doing?
nigga.
And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And then I don't like drama. I don't like confrontation. That gives me anxiety.
You don't
I
like
just-
confrontation. You
I
just called
just-
me a bitch.
That was jokesies, Jason. Take a joke.
Jokesy.
That was jokesies.
Mm-hmm,
Those are funsies. But yeah, and I'd prefer not to put myself in a situation where
But you're
I
around
can't.
us.
but that's the thing that I said. If I make an exception to say it at certain times, I may accidentally say it at the wrong place at the wrong time. And I just don't want to, I don't want to. And I know what you're thinking. Oh,
She ain't got no control.
you ain't got no control. Just like, don't say it, this and that. And it's like, you're right. You're right. I just won't say it, period. Because I just don't want to. I'm white. Even though I'm Hispanic, I'm white. I'm gonna sound weird saying it. I'm not gonna sound cool.
Yo,
that's also the big reason.
How do you sound cool saying that?
But that's
saying that word doesn't make you sound cool.
No, it's like when you say a weird word, it's like, oh, you sound cringy saying it. Like I can't think of a word right now.
Say orale.
Wait, let me finish my thought process, Jason.
I'm enjoying this. I'm sorry. I can't. No, I'm trolling you.
Also, the big reason why I don't say it is because I sound cringe, and it sounds weird when I say it and cringe.
So you have said it.
No, I'm just saying if I do say it.
No, but you just can't say it. You said it sounds weird, so therefore you have said it before.
Oh my god, you're so annoying. Oh my god. Anyways, back to the second tap okay.
All right, your drunk story.
My drunk story. So this was before my man and I started going out, and get this. So we were supposed to go out like with the group of friends, to the wharf, hang out, and slowly but surely, most of my friends started canceling and bailing. And it ended up just being the two of us. And I texted him and I'm like, yo, it's just the two of us tonight. And I was a little shy because I told my friend, I'm like, oh my God, I can have a crush on this guy. It's going to be the two of us. Oh my God. And she was like, God, make a move.
Just
like, no.
the two of us.
And
we can make it if you try.
Bro,
the two of us.
Jason.
You and I. I know I'm getting underneath your skin. I have to do it to you. Go ahead, Mama.
Anyways, so I drank a little too much. I didn't make a fool of myself. It was just, we're talking and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, I am very much under the influence of something I shouldn't be in the influence of right now. And
what were you sipping on?
I had taken a shot of tequila before as a pregame. And then when we got there, I finished an entire mojito. And I'm a lightweight, you guys, if you didn't know.
Yes,
so,
you said mojito.
And I didn't really eat much, so I was already,
saucy.
I was saucy. So we went to the bathroom. He had to go to the bathroom, so I went to the bathroom. I always like to puke because I know I make myself feel better afterwards. So I tried like in the bathroom, I did. And then I'm like, let me just close my eyes for a few seconds. I sat on the toilet had a
Did y'all kiss that night?
No.
Okay.
No,
Sure.
I obviously put the lid down and I took a nap. I don't know how long I was in there, probably like 15 minutes, I think. I completely lost track of time. They
didn't check on you, yo?
He admitted, he texted me, he's like, oh, I thought you like left and bailed on me. And I'm like, in what world would I bail on you? Because we were friends. We were friends for a few years at this point. So I'm like, you are not like a one-night stand, some guy that you're a creep. Like, why would I bail on you without telling you? But I knocked out in the bathroom in the stall because I was pretty dizzy out of it.
You knocked out in the bathroom.
I knocked out, and I told him that I was so drunk that night, and he was like, "You did not look that drunk at all. You looked so composed." Wow. He was very surprised when I told him.
You're dying inside.
I'm dying inside, and I'm trying so hard not to make a fool of myself. So, point of the story is, when I drink and I'm drunk, I try my hardest to not. Sober me, I don't want to make a fool of myself. Drunk me, I definitely don't want to make a fool of myself. So
I feel like drunk you would get on the dance floor and start doing the fucking robot. Like straight up, yo.
Yes!
I feel like you'd be doing some corny shit like Well, now it's a mission. I gotta get you to say the N-word.
No.
And we gonna get you saucy.
Woo.
Your man's is gonna help me. We gonna get you saucy.
I mean, I like to have fun when I'm saucy, you guys. I literally had to I had to tell him like we ended up going to his car, and he took a few hits, and I'm like, don't give me that. I am already I don't want to knock out, and I'm like, please take me to McDonald's, and he took me to McDonald's. We ate. I needed food in my system. I felt so much better. Chicken nuggets when you're drunk.
It's called chicken nuggies.
God,
chicken nuggies,
you guys. The chicken nuggies.
Sweet or sour or barbecue sauce?
Sweet and sour.
Oh, there you go. There you. Nigga,
But when I was,
that's why I fucks
but you know
with
what? When it's fresh and I'm drunk, I
Mhm.
just wanna savor the chicken nuggies. I don't want any sauce. I'll probably have a dip of sauce
Guys,
too.
Nate
I
is
just
the
wanna.
type of person when they're fresh, she takes a bite and she just smiles ear to ear.
I got that recorded. Oh my god.
Nah, like I don't think any of you guys ever seen me inebriated. You never seen me.
I mean,
drunk.
are you heavyweight or lightweight?
I'm a heavyweight.
Heavyweight.
I'm
I'm cheap, you guys. I know that sounds really wrong to say.
Yeah,
Like
for
you're
real.
cheap.
The way you just took out your tongue, like I'm cheap, guys.
All the foolish things that I say on
Oh,
camera. I
God.
apologize.
Nah, yo, you good, yo. It's all love.
I am
yo.
inexpensive when it comes to alcohol.
And when it
Ooh,
comes to weddings,
I love me a good pina colada. Pina colada.
You're just missing your Uggs and your Starbucks coffee.
I mean, I am not an Uggs and Starbucks girl.
It was an insult to injury.
I don't get it.
Cause you know, typical white girl.
I'm not a typical white
Spice.
girl.
Okay, hands up like a robbery. I was just making jokes.
I am a Crocs, and I don't really have a favorite drink.
You just said pina colada.
I love Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
I like the soda.
So you like pina coladas, Dr. Peppers, tequila.
I'm more of a vodka girl.
That's right.
Me and tequila do not have a great relationship, you guys. Let me tell you.
Ray's like, I'll help. I'm sure he will. Nah, me, I'm an old head. I'm with the gin. I love gin. If you can't drink gin, we ain't gonna get along. That is a drink not made for the weak. And then you also have Everclear 151. You know I got to keep it with the Hennessy, and sometimes with the Remy Ma. You ever tried that?
No.
You hold on. What vodka do you drink?
Tito's. That was like my go-to for a while.
Before then, what was it? Because Tito's wasn't always on the market. Let me get Absolute.
How long has Tito's been on the market for?
Maybe 6 years.
Jason, I'm 24. Years? I didn't start drinking until my first experience was 20, was with tequila, and then I didn't start officially drinking until I was 21.
You have to understand, I've been drinking since I was like 14. So, wow. Listen, okay, it was a different time. It was a different era.
I know.
Close this out, love. Close this out.
All right, you guys, we're gonna close this out. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you guys.
Make sure if it's your first time, you hit that subscribe button. You feel me? I don't know what she's doing with her hands.
It's a heart. It's like one of those.
My hands are so messed up. I can't even make. Like my shit look like a crab, bro. Like how the hell you do that?
Like this. What do you don't know how to do a heart with your hands?
Is this it?
Yeah, you're doing. It's like that.
Is
Perfect.
This it?
Perfect.
All right.
All right, you guys, put down in the comments. We're gonna start reviewing some products for you guys.
Yes, if I may.
Go ahead.
So, as you know, there's a lot of new products. We like to enjoy ourselves. So right now, Arizona iced tea. Yes.
Ooh,
even though they changed their price, they came out with some sparkling seltzer. So next week, we're going to basically be sampling that for you guys. Hopefully I get a good flavor. We'll let you know how it is. And then if there's any products out there that you want us to basically test out, hit us up in the comment section. Hit us up on Instagram, yo. Let us know.
Follow us on our Instagram. I'll also be posting a little poll, little questionnaire. You guys can definitely hit up the DMs. Let us know what products you really want us to review. We'll buy it, so you don't have to.
Also, if you want to apply to be on the show, be one of our lovely guests, you know what I'm saying? Come talk your shit with us. Hit us up through email. Hit us up on Instagram, yo. We'll love to have you guys come on. Just understand, yo, it's going to be a party.
It's going to be a party.
It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. All right, baby. Close us out.
We'll tune in next week, you guys. And again, thank you so much for being so patient with us.
Yes.
And for
appreciate you guys
being there every step of the way. You know, we live, we learn.
Hold on. What's it to you? Real G's wouldn't be putting up a heart like that. Well, if real G's don't do that, I never claim to be a real G. Period. I'm a man.
Period.
You feel me?
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Make sure you follow us on our Instagram. Follow me on my Instagram. It's Natalie with 2 I's, 2 E's _01. Where can they find you, Jason?
They can find me at Logic142, and you already know it's your gearhead. And if you basically follow me already, you see that I'm building my lovely baby back up. That bike is about to be running for the summer. You know it's about to be some things, yo.
Yeah.
And when can they find us, love?
They can find us on the 1424 podcast.
And this is one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Holla. Hey, good, love. Good shit. Yeah.